So, Mr. Sean Puff Daddy, P. Diddy, Brother Love, Combs has issued his sincere apology after the video was surfaced of him and Cassie in that hotel, of him dragging her down the hall. And these are no longer allegations, the alleged assault, the alleged domestic violence. Do I feel like Mr. P. Diddy is sincerely apologizing? Do I feel like he is sincerely sorry? No, he is not. He is not sorry for being the man who he currently is, because he is currently the same type of man. You know, I think that he feels more remorseful for the fact that he has daughters and that this is being exposed, because this is not the side of him that his daughters know as a father. I think that he's remorseful of that. You know, I think that he is just remorseful that these allegations were visually, witnessed now by millions of people. And there's no way that he can deny that that's him on the video. So that's the only reason why he's issuing an apology. Let's be real. Sean Combs is a man with means, okay? And men with means, they always feel like they can get away with a whole lot more than the average man can. And majority of his life, due to his career, he has been able to get away with some shit, okay? So now that he's really being exposed for all of the rumors that we have heard from years on top of years of Puff Daddy and the type of parties he has, the type of things he do, and come on, like, are any of us really surprised? Are we really surprised? And then you have Cassie over here, like, let me tell you something. I'm a firm believer that we all need to be honest about the role that we play in our own suffering on this human experience. So when I look at from the other side, because there's two sides to every single story. You do have the abuser. You do have that person like P. Diddy that is going to take advantage of what you allow them to take advantage of. They're going to do what you allow them to do. At the end of the day, domestic violence is never right. But what I am going to say is, you have to give that power to the other person in order for them to be able to even do that to you. Now, I know a lot of people get in these situations and they feel stuck and they can't get out. But let me tell you something. Cassie could have got her ass out that situation. This is just how I honestly feel. I don't care if you come to somebody like me to do some spell work to get him the fuck away from you. You can get yourself out of any situation. And I wish Cassie, if she wanted to. That's how I look at it. If she wanted to get out of it, she would have gotten out of it. But when you look into the eyes of a man like P. Diddy is a very dark soul. Trust me on this. I can definitely feel his energy, and he is definitely a dark soul. He has a lot of deep, dark secrets, and there's a lot of people keeping secrets for him, and he better be grateful for that. I am telling you. But my opinion on the whole thing, his whole apology, that is just to pacify the situation. He does not mean that whatsoever. If he had never gotten caught, he would have never given any type of public apology. He would just continue to make you guys feel like these are just assumptions. These are just accusations. I'm just being accused of these things. There's no proof of this. Now there's proof, so he has to do the right thing. The right thing is coming publicly and apologizing. He's not remorseful for any of it. It's just like being in a relationship and your significant other, you catch them cheating and they just tell you that they're sorry, they did it, they come up with all these excuses, they did it because of X, Y, whatever, this is not who they are. They only say this when they get caught. If they never got caught, you would never be having this conversation. They would never be having a revelation where they need to come and just pour their heart out that way. So looking into this spiritually, let me tell you something. He is gonna I see his downfall coming, but in multiple ways. I'm not saying like, oh, him just losing money, but mentally, emotionally, spiritually, he is definitely on a decline, okay? And the saddest part is that he thought he was all the way at the top, and this happens a lot when people get too big-headed and they think they are all the way at the top, and then the ground is snatched from beneath them and everything starts to crumble. This is exactly the phase of life that he is in, where people are truly seeing him for himself. Let me tell you something. As long as you're on this planet, people are going to see you for who you truly are eventually. You cannot keep up the whole facade. People are going to be able to see you for who you are. There will become a day where your sins will be broadcast for the world to see. So all those stones that y'all like to throw, just be careful, because you know they're going to be coming back to you in one way or another. So yes, P. Diddy is not sorry for what he has done. And there's so many women that are just like Cassie that are running around like staying in these situations. And let's be honest, we know that she stayed for the financial gain. She didn't stay because, oh, she was so in love with him. Because anyone receiving that type of treatment, and don't get me wrong, there's some women that has that type of mindset where they feel like, oh, they're in love, so they're going to stay and they're going to continue to be treated this way. Mentally, yes, you definitely need some help mentally. Now, if you can be honest with yourself and say, I'm staying for the financial benefits, no matter what he does to me, then you have to admit that that is the role that you're playing in your own suffering. So if you like that feeling, then I love it for you. That's just how I look at it. Like in this life, us humans, we're all making decisions. We are literally all choosing the path that we are going down. So Cassie chose the path that she wanted to go down. And you know what? Honestly, what Spirit is saying, every woman that has dealt with Diddy has, for the most part, has seen the dark side of him. Okay? Diddy and men like Diddy everywhere, because there's so many men that are like him. And a lot of them don't even have the money. But these women see who these men are. When you start seeing who someone is, you need to just take them for what you see. There's no such thing as having hope that he will change and all this other type of BS. No. Men like Diddy, they don't change. And I'm going to be very honest. Like, we would be hopeful that they would, but they don't. And it is what it is. Moral of the story, stay away from men that are like Diddy. Don't be a Cassie unless you just want to get the money and you want to live comfortably. But if that's what you feel like you want to put yourself through to do so, by all means, I will roll the red carpet out for you to do so.